So I have the hearts all cut out of the masking paper, and now I am just going to place them here and there. Remember, I want some words over here, so just remove the backs. Alright, so this is tacky, and I'm going to put it right up there in the corner, and let me lay all of these out, and I'll be back. So I have all of these down, and I want to make sure that when I do my stems that it doesn't interfere with a stem of one of the other heart flowers. So I'm going to lift that one up, and just with a light pencil line, I'm going to come down, and see, now things are a little different. So I think I shall remember to leave that space. I will come over here with that one and make my stem. Right there. Make the stem. And I have these little heart flowers I want on the bottom. But let's put all the big ones on first. We'll angle it and do the stem. Oops, where are my words? I guess now my words will be over here. All right. So that is good. Now I am going to be using the Distress Oxides as my watercolor. So I want to plan, so obviously I think I want the blue on top. You know, actually the best thing to do is to get some scrap paper. This is the watercolor paper that I had cut off from the mother piece, so to speak. And I have a round paintbrush, my water, and this isn't paper towel, but actually what this is a cloth of some sort. And my students, I have like 2 or 3 that are totally covered in paint. The colors are beautiful. And as soon as everyone has 2 of these that pass my inspection, we are going to make tote bags. All right, so also I have a new surface here, and I used to use my craft mat as my surface and as a palette. Because this does not work the same way as my craft mat, I got some palette paper. Alright, so you can see everything. Palette paper. And see, I did do some practicing earlier, and practice makes perfect. So, well, let's see. So I know at the bottom I want to do the green. This is called Twisted Citron, Distress Oxides. Now you can use whatever you want as your color, your color source. You can use watercolor paint if you want. All my girls have the Distress Oxide, so I just like to use what it is that we have. Alright, so now, oh, another thing, I want to wet this. I want to work wet on wet because I want a nice watercolor effect. So this is wet on dry. I want it to be thinner. I don't even know if you can see that green. I'm looking up into the monitor. It's there, it's very green. Let me go get my mister. So I have my fine mister, and I really like this. It says Ultra Fine Mist Sprayer. I got this one at Hobby Lobby. I've seen them on Amazon. I just like that the mist is so fine. And you just, one spray. Alright, I can see it's all wet. So now, oh yeah, that's what I want to do. Okay. Good. I'm happy with that. Another thing you want to have on hand is a dryer. I have a heat gun. You can use a hair dryer, but a hair dryer is really powerful, and if you use a hair dryer, everything around you goes flying. So I happen to have a Ranger one, but any hoop tool, any heat tool will do. So the first color I'm going to use is the Citron, the Twisted Citron. So I'm just going to keep pushing those down. It doesn't really matter if the color seeps up a little bit, but that's why you use these masking papers, so that the color doesn't seep up. So I'm going to get my mister, and it's the bottom over here that I want to do in the green. So I'm just going to add, see how nice and light and watery that is? The pencil does not move. I knew it would not interfere. Perfect. Now I'm going to take this, I'm going to tip it, and then I can get some line work, like some drippage lines in here. Very, very nice. Can you see it moving? Okay. Now the next color that I want to use in the middle, I want a little bit of something else. So I have squeezed lemonade, and get my, don't know what I did with that. So this is another scrap, mist it up, and this is yellow. It's it really shouldn't, it's lighter than that, but let's see what happens. You know, it's like almost the same. I might have to go with something else. Well, it does. You know, up close you can see the difference. I don't know if you can see the difference. It sort of like blends into each other. I think I want a little bit more contrast, and that is why you practice first before you go on to your final piece. And I want translucent colors in the same family, so to speak. So this is peacock feathers. Put some down. Add water. This already has water, but I'll do a little bit more. And probably too much water now. So, you know, this can also be the sky color. I think I'm going to do that. Decisions. Even though you're watching this, you know, taped, it actually is sort of live, and you are able to follow along with me. I suggest that you just watch like a segment at a time so that you know what to do. I do list all of my products at the beginning. It's in my description probably. Look how nice and faint that is. And even my hearts are lifting. You know, they should not really be lifting like this, but they are. Okay. I'm just going to go for it. Get the mister and mist. And then get my, I'm going to drop it from the top, the blue paint. Just pay attention to what you're doing. Maybe I won't, you know, maybe you won't get seepage. I don't really know. And the seepage doesn't really matter because there's going to be layers on these, on the hearts. There it is. Yeah, I don't know what happened to this paper. You know, sometimes things just happen and you don't expect them to. So, let me drip that. Actually, I like it. I like it a lot. Let's drip it. Now the paper is buckling a little bit. Good thing I have it taped down. And that is good. I'm just going to drink this up at the bottom with a light touch. Now I have to go in and dry it. So the drying is going to take me a little bit, so I will be back when it's all dried.